But big picture, TCU fans are not going to like what I'm about to say here. But big picture, Saturday was great for the Big 12 because Deion Sanders and Colorado proved that this is not a slapstick operation. Dylan Edwards is a guy who's a true freshman running back. I mean, forget Deion's kids and Travis Hunter and all that stuff. Dylan Edwards is a guy who was committed to Kansas State. Deion stole him from Derby, Kansas. True freshman. Ends up playing a huge role in that game, beating TCU and helping lead the way to a Colorado victory over the Horned Frogs in week 1. Like, that's the kind of stuff that everyone's going to talk about Travis Hunter, but it's players like Dylan Edwards who are going to make a huge difference in Colorado and this experiment that Deion is doing with like 50 transfer players, a bunch from the HBCU at Jackson State that he was at. That's the kind of stuff that's going to make a big difference. And it did on Saturday. And the fact that Colorado is coming to the Big 12 next year is tremendous for this league. I guarantee you, TCU fans aren't going to want to hear this, but I guarantee you Brett Yormark is completely fine with how that game went on Saturday. The more hype for Deion, the better Colorado football plays, the better it is for the future branding of the Big 12. That's a fact. Big noon kickoff is going to Colorado next week. I think they're playing Wisconsin, right? So, like, that's the kind of game that Colorado would never be considered for. Big noon kickoff is going to be there. Next year, of course, that will be a Big 12 game. Not a conference game, but it'll be a Big 12 game. So that's where Brett Yormark is looking at the big picture. And Matthew Postins, our guy, wrote a great piece about this. It's on the website right now at heartlandcollegesports.com. That Saturday was not a bad day for Brett Yormark. Of course, he doesn't want to see Baylor, poop themselves against Texas State like they did. But Brett Yormark is looking big picture branding here. And he's got to be looking at that and saying, you know what? This is okay. Deion Sanders and Colorado getting a jump out of the gates, getting a lot of enthusiasm, publicity, that's good for the Big 12 long term. So from that perspective, if you're looking at the 35,000-foot view, it was a good day for the Big 12.